starting just finding a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you this evening. If you're feeling really super like chilled, relaxed, or really like maybe you've got pain or anything, you feel free to start lay down as well if you want to. The thing with yin, what I would say, especially when you practice with me and my instructions, try and just kind of listen to your body and what it wants. So don't kind of try not to overthink too much if you're not doing the exact same poses as we are, or you're not keeping up with it. It's more about listening to your body. So with your legs crossed, whichever leg is crossed over the other leg, automatically just cross the other leg over, so that you've automatically not going to the same side each time. And then we're just going to start to check in with posture. So the hands are going to come to the knees, and we're going to place the palms face towards the ground, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. And I want you to close down the eyes. And with the eyes closed, I want you to see if you can gently just tuck your chin in a little bit closer towards you. So is it kind of the opposite of sticking your head forward? Just push your chin back a little bit more, so you've got a nice straight spine at the back of your neck. And then just see if you can bring your spine a little bit straighter. So as if you're sitting up tall, nice and proud. Let the elbows and the hands be heavy into the knees. And before we start to do an hour yin practice, we're just going to train our awareness. So like anything, kind of when we jump out of bed in the morning or we rush off to a meeting or an alarm, sometimes we can kind of rush into things without bringing on and checking in with our awareness. So just noticing what's coming up for you right now. So nothing to do with anyone else or any other situations. What energy can you feel in the body? What's the natural rate of your breath like? How busy is your mind today, or maybe possibly how quiet? And then I want you to start to notice the sensation of any breeze or temperature on the skin. And we're just trying to cultivate a feeling of awareness here before we start to go into practice. So inevitably your awareness will start to try and distract you. Your mind will kind of pop to the future or the past. Every time it does that, we're just going to come back to the breath. So placing the right hand on the middle of the chest, and then placing the left hand on the belly button. So sitting up nice and tall. You can keep the eyes closed if that's comfortable, or if not, you can blink them kind of halfway open and just look at something on the ground in front of you. And we're going to start to connect in with the breath. So kind of pushing the hands into the body slightly. You're going to take a deep breath in through the nose for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold the breath at the top, and you're going to push your palms into the middle of your chest and your belly button. Start to feel what's happening in the body as you hold the breath, and drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then on the exhale, just let the breath fall out the mouth. And again, deep breath in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath at the top, push the hands very gently into the body. Keep that breath held in, keep the eyes closed if you can to bring the awareness inwards. And then exhale, release. And one last time, deep breath in through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath at the top. Really let the body be heavy. You can push the hands into the body, but the rest of the body, the legs and the arms, are nice and heavy. And then on the exhale, just release through the mouth. And then releasing the hands, blinking the eyes open. Just start to circle the wrists. And then take the hands above the head, keeping the wrists nice and circled, just getting some blood flow into the hands. And then gently bringing the hands either side of the body. And then bringing the hands to prayer in front of the chest. So hands in prayer with the thumb kind of pushed in towards the chest bone. And then see if you can get a little bit of friction in between the hands to kind of push into the palms together. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. And for a second here, I'm just going to invite you to close down the eyes. Just set yourself one intention of something in this class that you want to bring, that you're ready to let go of. So maybe an anxious feeling, maybe pain or grief or sadness. Anything that you feel as if you're carrying which feels a little bit heavy, just bring that to your awareness and just remind yourself that's what you're letting go of throughout the practice. And then just sitting in silence for a few moments, noticing if this is easy or difficult. And then starting to bring your awareness back to the breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose. Keeping the lips shut this time, you're going to breathe out through the nose. Keeping the hands in prayer, in through the nose. And out through the nose. As you take a deep breath in, you're going to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. And then exhale out. And then gently blinking the eyes open. Releasing the hands to the knees. And then we're going to start to move with the spine, with the breath as well. So combining the breath with the spine. So on the inhale, you're going to look up towards the sky and you're going to kind of round your back as if you're pulling your belly button in front of you. And then on the exhale, you're going to shoot the breath out of your mouth and you're going to tuck your chin and you're going to round your shoulders. So you can use your hands on your knees here to help you as well. So on the inhale, look up, chin towards the sky. And then on the exhale, tuck the chin. So as if you're kind of showing your heart off on the inhale, pushing forward. And then on the exhale, you're rounding the spine. Take it at your own pace. So inhale through the nose. Exhale, shoot it out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Start to feel parts of the shoulders and the neck and the back that are starting to engage with you here. And see if you can just make it nice and soft and fluid. So we don't want to pull the body in any kind of dramatic motions here. They can be really small movements, but really effective. Option to close down the eyes if that feels right, or just gently blink them halfway open. And just continue at your own pace. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck that chin really round the spine. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, shoot it out through the mouth and tuck the chin. And then gently bringing the spine back up to neutral. You're going to release the legs in front of you. So we're going to come to like an L shape with the body. So the feet are going to be flexed at the top of the mat or some space in front of you. So as if the toes are kind of coming, pulling more towards you. And I want you to see if you can lift the flesh of the bum cheeks. So kind of the fleshy part of the bum. See if you can lift that up so that the bony part of the pelvis is on the ground. And then I want you to keep the fingers either side of the body. And then seeing if you can make perfect L shape with the body. So from the top of the head to the coccyx is one straight line. And then from the tailbone all the way to the feet is another straight line. And then we're going to gently take the arms up towards the sky on the inhale. And then on the exhale, you're going to see if you can fold forward. Now, option to have cushions or pillows here. And if you've got cushions, you can place them on top of your thigh. And as you come to fold over, the arms are going to come towards the toes. And then when you feel that stretch in the back of the legs, let the arms fall on top of the thighs or on top of the cushion. And then just tuck your chin. If the feet are flexed, just soften the feet. And then you're going to see if you can straighten your spine on the inhale. And then on the exhale, folding over a little bit more from the chest. So as if you're kind of hinging from the hips, the chest and the stomach. You're just getting pulled a little bit more towards the top of the thigh with every breath. Closing the eyes here and just holding. So we hold the poses for a lot longer and you're slowing down the body to slow down the movement, slow down the breath, and then slow down the mind. So just holding here for a few more breaths. Any distracting thoughts, just see if you can bring your awareness back to the inhale and exhale and really feel the pose. Remembering to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Taking 2 more breaths. And then only when you're ready, moving nice and slow, you're going to walk your hands back up towards the body, moving any cushions that you've got. And then you're just going to take both legs to the right side of the body. So kind of leaning on the left side of the hip. You can use the left hand to kind of prop yourself on the left if you need to. And just find somewhere that's comfortable for the legs. So I quite like to do like the Isle of Man sign. Is the Isle of Man? Isle of Wight? The geography was never the best. But where you've got kind of the left leg is bent, left foot near the right knee, or wherever you can. If you need the legs on top of each other, you can do. But you're going to come so that you're leaning onto the ground with the left hand. And then we're going to start to combine the movement with the breath to release the tension in the shoulder. So on the inhale, you're going to sweep that right arm in front of you. Take it up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, you're going to finish in a nice big circle. So on the inhale, we go forward. And then the exhale, we come round and finish that circle. So taking it really slow. So I want you to take the full circle for, say, the count of 4 or 5. So inhaling up towards the sky, 2. And then exhaling round, 2. Close down the eyes if you can, and as you move the body, just start to feel what's happening in the right shoulder. Start to feel any clicks. As long as there's not pain, then just moving through any sensations in the shoulder as the muscles and the bones start to align. And then when you're ready and you've done the next big circle, you're just going to change direction. So when the right hand is by the floor, you're going to inhale that right hand back up towards the sky and then finish the circle in the opposite direction. So noticing the difference in the right shoulder as you go in this opposite direction. Again, coming back to the breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Noticing the temptation to quicken up. If you're used to rushing, just practice the slow movements. And then after the next big circle, you're gently going to bring that hand back to the right side of the body and then just change the side of the legs. So legs go to the left this time. Right hand's going to come to the ground. And then on the inhale, taking that left arm in front of you, reaching towards the sky, and then gently taking it back. So whichever direction you started on this side, just continuing with that, and then we'll change. Inhaling up for 2. And then on the exhale, finish that big circle again. You might feel some clicks in the shoulder, but as long as it's not painful, see if you can just move through it with the breath. Reaching up with the left hand so it's nice and active, so you feel that stretch down the left side of the body, sorry. And then after the next big circle, changing direction. So whichever way you've gone, just taking that circle in the opposite direction. Remember to come back to the slow, deep breaths. Taking one more big circle. And then when you're ready, very gently releasing the hands either side, and you're going to bring the feet in front of you. Feet are going to come to the mat, and you're going to take them about hip width distance. And for now, we're going to place the hands on the shins, and then you're going to see if you can straighten the back as much as you can. The left hand's going to come onto the right knee, and then you're just going to take that right arm up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, just let that right arm fall behind you and just twist towards the right. So on the inhale, we're going to sit nice and tall, feet pushed into the mat to support the back. And then on the exhale, look over the right shoulder. One more deep breath in here. And out through the mouth, through the nose, sorry, as you twist a little bit more to the right. And then on the next inhale, gently bring that right arm back in front of you. Right arm on the left knee this time, left hand in front of you. And then take that left arm up and just place it behind you. On the inhale, we sit tall. And on the exhale, we look over the left shoulder and twist into the side body. Inhale, tall. Exhale, twist. And then on the inhale, bringing that left leg back again. And now we're going to do a wide-legged fold, similar to the fold we did earlier, but with the legs nice and wide. So again, with the flex in the foot, see if you can take the legs wider than the mat. If you can't straighten your knees, don't worry, they don't need to be straight, just so that you've got a nice gap in between the feet. And then if you've got cushions or pillows, you're going to bring them in front on the top of the thighs, so that when we fold over, the chest is going to come onto the cushions. So before we do this, we're just going to start to check in with the body. So especially if you've not practiced for a few days or a while, or you're new to yoga, just bringing your awareness to the parts of the body that we're trying to stimulate in the stretch. So seeing if you can kind of straighten the torso up, so you've got a nice long straight spine, almost as if someone's kind of pulling you up with an invisible cord. And then cushions are going to go on the top of the thighs. And then I want you to see if you can, with the legs nice and wide, see if you can fold forward with the chest and just let the arms fall in between the legs. Soften the feet, so don't flex the feet, tuck the chin towards the chest. And see if you can walk the hands away from you as much as you can, just to get a bit of a stretch in the back of the legs. Wherever you are, or wherever your body has let you go this evening, just hold there for 5 deep breaths. So try not to get too frustrated in yin if our body doesn't go the way we think it should. Just working with what we've got and honouring the way that our body needs us to sit with the stretches this evening. Remembering the deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. Deep inhales in and deep exhale out. Taking this for one more deep inhale in and exhale, release. And then on the next inhale, using the hands to walk yourself back up towards the chest, removing the cushions out of the way. For now, keep them handy if you want to come back to them. And then you're just going to bring the legs back together and just start to kind of shake the back of the legs onto the ground. You can take the palm of the hands and just kind of slap the thighs just to bring the blood flow back into the legs. And then when you're ready, you're going to come down to lay down onto the mat with a nice generous bend into the knee. So option to come down whichever is best for you, or if you want to, you can place the hands behind the back of the knee and then just tilt yourself back so that you can balance on the base part of your pelvis. Option to lift the legs up if you want to, just to activate that core. And then place the feet back down towards the mat and then just gently, slowly lower down towards the mat until the back, the neck and the head completely towards the mat. Just going to straighten up. So working more now towards the kind of restorative poses with the body completely surrendered to the earth. For now, we're going to keep a bend at the knees and the mat. And we're going to take both arms in front of the face. So our arms reaching towards the sky. And then you're going to drop your right arm to the left and your left arm to the right. So as if the body is kind of, the arms are crossed over the body. So really letting the arms cross over and just completely surrender either side of the body. Close down the eyes here. And you're going to just bring your awareness to what's underneath the elbows. So underneath the chest. Start to bring your awareness to the energy in this space of the body. And just see if you can let the back of the body just completely surrender to the earth. Just rest here and continue to breathe. Letting the arms be heavier with every exhale. Noticing any colours that come up in the middle of the chest. Any sensations, or maybe you can feel the heartbeat through the chest and the arms. And then when you're ready, very gently peeling the arms back up towards the sky, just quick circle with the wrists. And then changing direction. So the left arm goes over to the right on top of the arm. And then just cross the arms over in the different direction. And again, just let the arms be heavy either side of the body. I'm going to hold here for 3 deep breaths. So inhale through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose and out through the nose. And then again, one last deep breath in and deep breath out. And then when you're ready, gently bringing the arms back towards the sky. And then releasing the arms either side of the body onto the mat or the ground. Palms are going to be faced into the earth. And then you're going to take the right foot towards the sky and just start to circle that right foot. So just starting to get the energy back in the right leg. We're going to do some quite dynamic hip stretches this evening. So just starting to bring the blood flow into the legs, the hips, the glutes. And then when you're ready, lowering that right foot to the ground, taking the left foot towards the sky and circling the left ankle. And then when you're ready, dropping that left foot onto the ground. The right foot's going to come up. And then you're going to see if you can cross the right leg over the left leg. If you can't cross it over, then you can just place the right ankle on the left ankle. Either way, wherever the legs fall, you're going to see if you can hop the knees in closest towards the chest as much as you can. If you can't hop them in, then you're just going to let the knees fall to the left. If you can hop the knees towards the chest, then you can use the left hand, place the left hand on the knees, and just let the knees fall over to the left side of the body. Now your arms are going to come out like a T, and you're going to look towards the right hand. So we're having a twist here with the side of the body, so the right leg over the left, and then just letting both legs surrender to the earth to the left side of the body. The legs over to the left, gaze over to the right. And I want you to close down the eyes here. And just notice what parts of the body and the right hip are trying to move. Just see if you can completely surrender every part of the muscle of the leg. And just let the legs completely fall to the left. Using the breath here, you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. With every deep breath in through the nose, feel the energy of the body rising, fresh oxygen. And with every exhale, just feel the back of the body completely surrender all points of contact to the earth. Let the legs be a little bit heavier with every exhale at your own pace. And then just bringing your awareness to the points of contact of the back and the arms. Just seeing if you can let them be a little bit heavier for the last few breaths of those. And then after the next exhale, firstly, before we move in our legs, we're going to move our gaze back towards the sky. So with a nice straight neck, you're going to use the hands on the knees to kind of help them up towards the center point. And then you're going to bring both knees in towards the chest. And then you're just going to rock from side to side, starting to massage yourself in the back, lower back. And then you're going to bring the knees and see if you can hold the knees in as close to the chest as you can. And then this time dropping the right foot towards the ground, and then you're going to cross the left foot over the right leg. Again, if you can't cross over, then the left foot can just come on the right knee. Either way, you're going to let both knees come over to the right, but see if you can bring the knees closest to you first, and then let the knees fall over to the right. Use the right hand on the left knee and just twist the body. We want to try and keep our left shoulder on the ground here. So if the left shoulder comes up, then come back to both shoulders on the ground and just let the knees fall as much as they can with the shoulders still on the air. And then arms out like a T. Looking to the left this time. Close down the eyes. And just come back to the breath. Remind the body that there's nowhere that it needs to go. The body can completely surrender. Notice the point of contact of the back into the earth. Continue to breathe in and out through the nose. If at any point the back of the neck hurts, then you can bring the gaze back towards the sky, but just keep the eyes closed. Slowing the breath down, in through the nose and out through the nose. Reminding the body that we're safe by extending the breath and just letting the body be a little bit heavier with every exhale. Taking 2 more deep breaths. And then firstly, when you're after your next exhale, bringing the gaze back to the sky and then using the hands again on the knees. Just bring the knees back up and then again tuck the knees in towards the chest and just start to rock from side to side. See if you can really massage the lower back as much as you can. And then when you're ready, you're going to roll over onto the right side of the body, tucking yourself up into a ball so the knees close to the chest. And then when you're ready, you're going to use your hands and you're going to push yourself back up to seated. So we're going to come into supported child's pose. So into supported child's pose, traditional child's pose with the knees wide and the feet together. So feet are together and sitting back onto the heels, knees are wide. But in yin, we're going to use cushions and support. So you're going to place your cushions or pillows, if you've got whatever you've got, down the lengthway of the mat. If you've not got cushions or pillows, that's fine. You can just do traditional child's pose, which is arms long and the chest is going to come to the ground. But see if you can get cushions or even a jumper or something. So that what we're going to do is when we come to supported child's pose, we're going to make the torso nice and long again. We're going to feel that separation between the top of the body and the legs, so that we get a nice stretch from the hips. So taking the arms up towards the sky on the inhale, reaching as high as you can, and then seeing if you can keep a nice straight line from the hands to the base of the hip, and then just fold forward onto the cushions, and then just let the arms fall either side of the cushions. And you're going to bring the left cheek into the mat. So you're looking towards the right, and then just gently close down the eyes. If this is uncomfortable or you've got any pain in your hips, just take any adjustments what you need to. And almost kind of don't think about it, just let the body fall into whatever position feels nice. And then you're going to hold here, and I'm going to talk you through a breathing pranayama while we're in supported child's pose. So with the eyes closed, I want you to bring your awareness to the front of your chest, the middle part of the chest, where the heart chakra is. I want you to imagine a bright green colour in the middle of the chest. And as you take a deep breath in through the nose, you're going to send the oxygen right to that middle point of the chest. And then at the top of the breath on the inhale, you're going to hold. And then on the exhale, you're just going to release anything that you feel is holding any tension in the heart area. Again, on the inhale, you're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Feel that breath go to the middle of the chest. Notice the colour or the shade of that green colour in the middle of the chest. As you hold the breath at the top, just bring your awareness to any tension in the chest or any feelings of relaxation. And then as you exhale through the nose, you're just going to release the heart and let the heart be pulled a little bit further towards the air with every exhale. So a deep breath in through the nose, send that breath right to the middle of the chest. Hold the breath at the top. Bring your awareness to what you're feeling in your heart this evening. And then as you exhale, just soften in the heart a little bit more into supported child's pose. Inhale in through the nose, right to that chest. Hold the breath at the top. And then exhale, just soften as if the heart or the middle of the chest is like a magnet to the pillow and the air. Just pulling a little bit further with each breath. Inhaling deep again through the nose. Holding at the top, but making sure the body's soft while we hold the breath. And then exhale out. And then on the last one, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose for as long as you can. Maximize the oxygen in the body and send that breath right to the middle of the chest. Notice that green colour as you hold the breath. And just acknowledge anything that comes up for you when I say the words. I feel completely in tune with my heart. Hold the breath as long as you can. And then as you exhale, just soften that heart a little bit further into the cushions. And then on the next inhale, I want you to move very slowly and use the hands to prop yourself back up. And then you're going to walk your hands back towards the body. You're going to move the cushions to the side for now. And then we're going to come to puppy pose. So really good pose to create kind of relaxation feel in the body. A really good one. I really like to do it before sleep with them. Not that tired. If you've got anybody online who's pregnant or anyone who's practicing, then just choose another pose to do for this one, or maybe just a stretch on your back and the opposite of what we're going to do. Otherwise, you're going to come onto your hands and knees. So we're going to come into tabletop position. So in traditional tabletop position, the hands are directly under the shoulders and the knees are directly under the hips. What we're going to do in puppy pose is we're going to see if we can keep the hips over the knees. So we don't want the hips coming forward. We want to keep them exactly where they are. But you're just going to see if you can walk the hands forward instead. Now you're going to get to a point where you feel a little bit wobbly, and that's when you want to tuck the chin to the chest. You want to lower the forearms onto the mat. And then you want to see if you can get your chin or your forehead onto the mat so that your heart, the front of the body, is stretching towards the ground. So the tailbone's turned up towards the air, towards the sky. You can put the chin or the forehead into the mat, whichever's easiest for you. If you need cushions under the chest, feel free to do that as well. But see if you can just surrender into the forearms and the hands and the knees, and just let the body be heavy exactly where it is. Coming back to the breath, we're going to hold here for 5 deep breaths. So deep inhale in. And then the exhale, just let the chest fall a little bit closer towards the ground. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath in. And then only when you're ready, you're going to very gently come out of this pose, whatever way feels natural. So for me, I quite like to bring my hips forward and then come back onto the hands and then just walk my hands back. But take it nice and slow, so there's no rush at all. And then we're going to set ourselves up with pigeon pose. So if you've got like a little cushion or a small cushion, that can be handy here. For anyone who's got reverse pigeon in the practice, they can do that now if they'd rather do that other than pigeon. So if anyone's got any knee issues or any like knee operations or anything, you're going to do the exact same, but you're going to do it on your back. Otherwise, for traditional pigeon pose, we're going to start in tabletop. And then you're going to bring your right knee as close as you can towards your right wrist. And the right foot is going to go round about the left knee. And then you're going to just look behind you, and you're just going to hop that left foot away from you. So kind of walk it away from you. So the hips are naturally going to come closer towards the ground. And then the back of the left foot is into the mat. Just let that foot be heavy. And then you're going to walk the hands closer towards you. So what you should be feeling now is that the right hip is having a stretch, and the kind of the weight of the body is bearing down onto that right hip. So if you've got a cushion here, if you've got a space between the right bum cheek and the floor, which you likely will do, you're just going to prop that cushion under the right bum cheek so that you can kind of relax it down. And then if you're doing this the other way around, you're just doing reverse pigeon, you're just going to place your right foot on your left knee, and then you're going to bring the left foot as close to the chest as you can to get a stretch. So for those in pigeon with me, making sure that your hands are close towards the body. I want you to see if you can straighten the spine up towards the sky, and then really let the hips sink towards the earth as much as you can. And then you can grab cushions in front of you if you need to. We're going to come down to surrender towards the earth. So it's really important to like surrender into the poses at the end, so that the mind isn't thinking we're just kind of relaxing and giving away any negative energy that we're holding on to. So the hands are going to come either into a cushion in front of you or just into the mat, and you're going to walk the hands away from you. And then when you can, you're going to lower the forearms to the ground. That might be enough for you, or even up on your hands might be enough for you. Either way, you're going to get to a point where you chin towards the chest. If you can make a little pillow for your hands, and your head's just going to go onto the pillow, onto the ground. And then just take any adjustments that you need to so that you can hold pigeon pose. We're going to hold it for a minute or so. So it's really deep, intense hip stretch. If you're in reverse pigeon, then you'll lay on your back. Your right foot is on your left knee. And then you're just bringing that left knee towards you. So either way, you're getting a nice stretch for the right hip. And pigeon pose can stimulate a deep release into the hip area, which is where we hold unprocessed or repressed emotions. So just acknowledge if anything's coming up for you here. It's a very challenging pose to keep the mind focused, so we need to come back to the breath. So deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. As you breathe in through the nose, just feel that oxygen go into every part of the body. And as you breathe out, just feel the hips surrendering towards the earth, letting go of anything that we subconsciously hold on to, any learning patterns, any trauma from ourselves or others, any patterns of overthinking or worrying about the future. Just continue to come back to the breath in and out through the nose. And just really let the hips be nice and heavy. Continue to train your awareness by coming back to the breath when that mind wanders. And if you're struggling with the right hip, if you're feeling any tension that you can't quite let go of, just silently say to yourself in your mind, my right hip completely surrenders to this pose. My right hip completely surrenders to the pose. Start to practice the act of just surrendering and letting go. Just notice how heavy the body feels each time we do this. If you're in reverse pigeon laying on your back, then just making sure that left leg is coming a bit closer to you with every breath. Creating a little bit more space for 2 more breaths. And then if you're in reverse pigeon, just hold in here for a few more breaths. Those of us in pigeon, just using the hands to push yourself back up. And for a second, just starting to bring the heart towards the ground, towards the sky. Option to stay here for a few breaths if that's right for you, or option to see if you can bend that right leg, and then see if you can take the right hand on the left ankle. You might be able to just touch it and just hold there, or you might want to just guide that back foot a little bit close towards the left bum cheek. So we're just starting to stretch into the front of the left leg here as well. Again, listening to your body. So the best teacher that you can ever have is yourself. So just starting to listen to your body and what it needs right now. And then dropping that left foot if that's in the right hand. And then the hands are going to come to the ground and you're just going to gently peel that right leg back, coming back to a tabletop position. And before we go to the opposite side, I'm just going to start to take some circles with that right hip. So taking the right knee out to the side and then forward. If you're in reverse pigeon, so laying on the back, then you could just gently release out of the pose whatever way feels natural. Taking circles in the opposite direction with that right hip, either in tabletop or if you're lying on your back, just circling the right knee. And then when you're ready, right knee comes back towards the earth. And then we're going to take the same on the opposite side. So the left knee slides to the left wrist, left foot is towards the right knee, and then you're going to walk that foot back. So kind of tiptoe the foot back so that the right hip comes close towards the ground on the left foot. And then again, sitting nice and tall. So you're in normal pigeon, making sure that the hips are as close to the ground as you can do. You can pop a cushion under the left hip again, just to create a little bit of support for that left hip. And then again, close down the eyes here. Option to stay here, option to walk the forearms forward and lower down onto the forearms, or option to put a cushion under the head, or maybe just make a pillow with the hands and just surrender the chest towards the earth. And then again in reverse pigeon, just finding reverse pigeon on the opposite side. Just really listening to the body and getting yourself in a position where you can surrender into the pose for about a minute or so. And again, we're going to really use the breath in this pose as well. So making sure that you have nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. In through the nose. And as you exhale out through the nose, just surrender that left hip. Surrender up any emotions that you feel you're carrying to a higher source and just let them leave the body. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, just let the body be heavy. You're completely supported by the earth, so you don't need to do anything at all. Just let the body be heavy. Deep inhalations through the nose. And out through the nose. In through the nose. And out through the nose. And then again, option if you're in normal pigeon, you can walk your hands back up, and then option to bend that back leg and see if you can just grab the back leg and squeeze it closer towards the bum. Option with the right or left hand, whichever side feels best. Or if you're in reverse pigeon laying on your back, just bringing the leg a little bit closer for the last few moments of the pose. Seeing if you can use the breath to create a little bit more space before we move away from the pose into the next. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then when you're ready, we're going to very gently take yourself out of the pose, whatever way feels natural. So again, dragging that left hip out. We're just releasing the legs if you're on your back, and then just starting to circle the left knee, whether you're in tabletop or laying on the back, just starting to get into that left hip, get the circulation and the blood flow going back there again. And then when you're ready, wherever you are, you're going to find yourself to lay on your left side. So if you're in tabletop, just dropping the body so that you're laying on the left side, but seeing if you can get the left arm above the head so that you'll completely lay on the left side. Knees can be bent or straight, whichever's best for you. And then you're going to see if you can kind of make a little pillow for yourself with your left arm. And again, knees can be up towards the chest, or you can have them straight, which is completely up to you. And we're just going to see if we can release into the right shoulder before we come to the relaxation pose. So on the inhale, you're going to take that right hand to meet the left. And then you're going to see if you can draw a nice big circle. So going away behind you, first of all, and then bringing the arm back round towards the hips and then in front of the body. So as if the right arm is like a clock. You're going to feel some tension here in the right shoulder. I want you to see if you can breathe through it. Really use the breath to just really take nice big circles with that right arm. In out through the nose and out through the nose. And then changing direction with the circle. So the next time the right arm meets the left, you're going to take the arm in front of you down towards the hips and then behind you and back to meet the right arm. So you might need to bend your elbow, whatever it is that you need to do, but just see if you can really get into that right shoulder joint, especially for anyone who's working on a laptop all week or often using a phone or a tablet, just starting to release all them tension muscles around the shoulder. Using the breath here for a few more deep breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to swap sides. So using the hands to push yourself up and just chip, or you can just roll over to the other side. I'm going to change weight so you can still see me. And then this time it's the opposite way. So we're making a pillow with the right hand this time. Again, option with the knees. And then take the left arm to meet the right. And then you're just going to start to draw big circles with that left arm this time. So whichever direction you naturally go. Close down the eyes if you can and just see if you can slow down the movement. So we just want the arm to be moving here. We don't want any other part of the body to be moving, just the arm. Feeling the shoulder, the tension release. And then starting to change direction, so the opposite direction. Nice slow circles, remembering to use the breath. And then after the next big circle, you're going to very gently use the hands, and then you're going to see if you can push yourself up. Keep the legs in front of you, and then you're going to set yourself up so that when we come to lay down, we're going to be supported but in the heart space. So traditionally in yoga, when we talk about the heart space, we're talking about kind of the middle part of the chest. So if you've got a little cushion or even a pillow, you're going to just prop it behind you so that when you come to lay down, I quite like it lengthwise so that it kind of supports my spine. Or you can place just a little cushion so that when you lay down, the middle part of your chest is going to be slightly higher off the air. And I'm going to give you options with your feet here. So this is going to be the last thing that we do before relaxation. So if you get to a place here where you're really relaxed, you're going to stay here for the relaxation part. So really just listening to what the body wants. So you can keep the legs crossed, you can place them in front of you straight, or you can come to butterfly legs. So butterfly legs is the soles of the feet together. And then you're going to let the knees fall out either side and just kind of bounce the knees just to make sure the knees and the hips feel quite happy. And then again, having cushions, it's quite nice to have a couple of cushions spare just to kind of add them in when you're down there if you don't feel quite comfy. And then again, you're going to lengthen into the spine, and then you're going to see if you can lower back so that when you come to lay down on the mat, the heart is slightly higher. So you're going to feel as if you're shining your heart towards the sky. Close down the lids of the eyes. If you want to grab a blanket, feel free to grab a blanket and put that over you now. And then you're just going to let the head fall. So making sure that you've got no kind of pressure on the neck. If you need to, you can place another cushion on the back of the neck so that when you're laid down, you've got a nice straight spine. There's no pressure on the back of the neck. And then you've got options with the hands. You can place the hands on each opposite hip. So, sorry, on left and right hip. So right hand on right hip and left hand on left. You can place the hands on the belly button. Or I quite like to do cactus arm in this pose. So taking the arms up towards the sky. And then bending the elbows, letting the elbows come to the side of the body, and then just letting the back of the hands fall wherever they fall. So finding your place here, so that the body and the back of the body is completely supported by the earth. And then with the eyes closed, we're going to start to take deeper inhalations in through the nose and exhalations through the mouth with the sigh. So inhaling through the nose, exhale, sigh it out. Into the nose, exhale, sigh. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale in, exhale, sigh it out. And then just let the breath return to normal. I want you to, with the eyes closed, let's just start to check in with the points of contact in the back of the body into the earth. What is holding our body? Is it space? Is it the earth? Is it the cushions? What energy can you feel holding the body as you lay here completely supported, completely heavy, completely surrendered to the pose? And then staying here and staying connected to the breath. I'm going to talk you through a guided meditation to lead you into relaxation. So I'm going to give you the option in a few moments to move to Shavasana pose, but for now, staying in the pose where you're in. I want you to, with the eyes closed, just start to notice the outline of the body. So from the top of the head, I want you to work your way around the body, down the left side of the head, down the left ear, as if you've kind of got an invisible torch or an invisible pencil, and you're just checking in with the outline of down the neck, the shoulder, down the right elbow, the left elbow, the left wrist, down the left side of the body, the left hip, as if you're drawing an outline of the body with that inner awareness. Making your way all the way down the left leg, the left toes, through to the inner left thigh, the groin area, and then all the way over to the right side of the inner thigh, into the right toes, the right ankle, the right side of the leg, the right hip, the right side of the body, the right underarm, down the right side of the arm, past the hand, the wrist, the shoulders, the elbow. Working your way up to the right side of the neck, coming to the right ear and the right scalp, and then finishing at the top. And now with the eyes closed, just bringing your awareness to the outline of the whole body. Noticing any energy that you can feel around the body. I want you to notice what comes up for you when I say the phrases. My body is completely present in this moment. My body feels heavy. I give my body permission to stop, relax, and restore. I feel fully present in my body and accept myself exactly as I am. I can feel my body healing on a cellular level. I can feel my heart space opening up towards the sky. I can feel the back of my body surrendering to the ground. And then if you feel that you're in a good place here to do the relaxation, then you can stay exactly as you are. Otherwise, if you want to come to traditional Shavasana, you can just see if you can slide the cushions away from the back. Just come so that the spine is connected to the earth, the legs are long down the mat, and the feet are pointed out either side, so they're about mat width distance. And with the palms, we're going to face them up towards the sky. And then see if you can walk the hands a little bit away. Our Shavasana is completely tailored to you. So I quite like a cushion at the back of my knees to relax the legs. I also quite like one at the back of my elbows so that my arms can completely be heavy. Especially if you've got pillows, it can be quite nice to come to lay down and just let the arm just be completely supported. So as with anything in life, don't let anybody else tell you how your body feels right now or how your body should feel. Just let yourself find a place of relaxation, even if that means you want to lie on your front, you want to lie on your side. However your body is intuitively saying that you need to sit right now. Just let your body flow into a state of relaxation. And then come into Shavasana with the eyes closed. I want you to completely let go of the breath. So we're focused on the breath this evening, and we've released tension from the hips and the legs. Or just let the body just completely breathe how it does for us all day, every day. And I want you to just let the body be heavy. I want to use this time to sit with any emotions or thoughts that are coming up, almost like you would with a best friend, giving them love and attention and compassion. And starting to notice the point of contact at the back into the ground. Seeing if you can let the body be a little bit heavier. Then I want you to bring your awareness to the middle of the belly button. Noticing any sensations around the belly button, the stomach, the side of the hips. And we're going to imagine the brightest white light. Instead of shining on the belly button, it's coming from the belly button. So from the belly button, directed out, bright white light. And this light's going to start to relax all the muscles around the stomach, digestive systems, all the internal organs. And we're going to start to let that light just start to shine down the left and the right leg. All the way down to the toes. Bring a renewed energy. And then bringing that light all the way up to the chest, to the middle of the chest and the throat. And letting that light go all the way to the top of the head. Visualizing that bright white light filling the whole body, starting from the middle of the belly button, all the way down to the tips of the toes, to the top of the head. And whatever healing your body needs right now, this bright light is going to put your body in a place of complete relaxation. So that any thoughts, any wandering thoughts in the mind, any future or past thoughts, they're just going to completely pass by like clouds. Reminding yourself that the only moment that truly exists is the moment right now. Letting your body take whatever it needs to from this Shavasana. Try not to force it or think of what it is that you need to do right now. All you need to do is just to surrender. And then just starting to reflect on these words as you just bathe in that feeling of relaxation that you've just created. My only wish is to make you see exactly the way I do how everything is wonderful. I just wish you could see the truth, all the little flaws so perfectly unique that make up this whole exquisite physique. The joy, the beauty, both inside and out. It's a marvelous thing. The world wouldn't be the same without. I wish you could see, I wish you knew that you are more than enough. That is incredible being is you. And I want you to just start to notice any thoughts or feelings or sensations that come up when I say the words, I feel safe in my body. My body is here to protect me. I will honor my body. I will nourish my body. I will give my body the rest it deserves. And then if you're feeling that you're in a place of healing, then I want you to stay exactly where you are. Just acknowledge that you've got yourself there by doing the practice this evening yourself. If you want to finish the practice in traditional style with me, you're going to roll over onto the left side of the body. And for now, just tuck yourself into a little ball. Bring the knees close to the chest. Keep the eyes closed. And then seeing if you can keep the eyes closed, use your hands to push yourself back up to find a comfortable seated position. And then when you've found a comfortable seated position, I want you to place one hand on top of the other, and it's just going to kind of rest in your lap. So either on top of the feet or on top of the thighs. Just letting the arms be heavy, and just see if you can let the shoulders drop away from the ears. And then we're going to see if we can find our equilibrium point. So we're going to rock the body from side to side. See if you can lift one hip off the ground if you need to. And then you're going to see if you can find your middle point. So let the body stop and just notice where you feel completely centered. Sit up nice and tall with the spine, drop the shoulders away from the ears. And then with the right finger, you're going to just push your chin in towards you. So you've got a bit of a, probably give you a little bit of a double chin, but you've got a nice straight spine at the back. And then just drop the right hand back in the lap, close down the eyes. Start to take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're going to start to bring the arms in here. So we're going to take the arms up towards the sky on the inhale. And then on the exhale, you're going to make fists and you're going to draw the elbows down and exhale through the mouth. We're going to go nice and slow. So we're going to slowly inhale up. And then on the exhale, slowly fists come together, elbows come down and exhale through the mouth. So we go really slow up for the count of 3. And then down for the count of 3. Keep the eyes closed and just flow nice and slowly with the movements up for the inhale and the exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one. See if you can go as slow as possible on the inhale. Take the arms to the sky. And then on the exhale, make fists, bring the elbows down. And then this time you're going to gently blink the eyes open. And you're going to imagine you're holding like a ball in front of you. So holding like an invisible ball so that the hands are in line with the elbows. I want you to look at the space in between the hands. And then I want you to gently close down the eyes. Start to notice the energy between the left and the right hand. Start to feel any urge to move the left and the right hand closer together or further apart. Start to notice the impact on your body, how you feel now compared to an hour ago by slowing down the movement and slowing down the breath. Just feel a little bit protective of that energy between the left and right hand. That's your energy. Nobody else can penetrate, nobody else can take from you. Just knowing that whenever you need to, you can connect back to the breath and protect that energy that's yours. Very slowly starting to bring the hands together until eventually the palms come to touch. And then you're going to bring your hands to prayer on your chest. You're going to drop your chin to your chest. You're going to give yourself a massive thank you and gratitude for dedicating an hour of your Sunday evening to do this practice. Acknowledging it's not easy to sit on the mat in silence and stillness. And as always, knowing that I'm eternally grateful for letting me guide you through the practice. Gently bringing your hands to prayer on the third eye, wishing you a night's sleep with kind thoughts to yourself and others. Bringing your hands towards your lips, wishing you're always able to speak your truth. And gently bringing your hands towards your heart space, just knowing that you have always been and always will be exactly enough. And then option to bow your hands and your head towards the practice. Namaste. I hope you're all nice, chilled and relaxed. Thank you for letting me guide you through the practice. I hope you all have a nice restful sleep.